LATD Nation, what's good? Once again, we are back as always with another video live from Charleston, South Carolina. As usual, this is you already know who this is. Hey, let's jump right into it, man.
Yes, sir. I've been waiting for this video, man. This is a Rodney rant rave right now.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. There's been a lot of conversation. We're just gonna get right into it. Looking at the details of Kendrick Lamar, GNX versus Playboi Carti, I Am Music, rollouts. There's been a lot of conversation surrounding Kendrick Lamar, of course. He dropped a surprise album a couple of weeks ago, GNX. Pretty much universally acclaimed. Everybody seems to love it. Everybody's enjoying it.
Right. Even his haters.
It's been on the low, for real. But it's been a victory lap for him, coming off of arguably the biggest dub in the history of hip hop. For him to drop the surprise album, and we already talked about this. I wasn't surprised. I knew he was gonna drop something. I knew that with all the hype, all the momentum that he's built from not even just the beef, just Not Like Us alone, there's no reason for him to not capitalize on that. So I knew it was coming. But just looking at just how things have gone for him with this album in the week since he dropped it. I think he dropped, because just comparing the rollouts, man, just looking at this, this is the difference between an artist that cares and an artist who really don't. Because you look at GNX and the way that it was rolled out. First of all, there was an announcement video that was dropped in the morning one Friday, within an hour of the album itself dropping. So pretty much just out of the blue, he just dropped a song and said, you know what, album. Matter of fact, I don't even know if he even announced the album in the video. I think he just dropped a song. Yeah. He just dropped GNX, the song, the title track. Yeah. But he didn't announce that an album was coming. But sure enough, within 45 minutes to an hour, album is out. Yep. And I told this story in the album review we did. Check it out on the channel.
Yes, sir.
Man, I was in that car, and it was a rental car. I was blasting them speakers out, especially TV off. Boy, what?
Oh gosh, man!
Half the countryside heard me. I was in Greenville, but
he called me screaming mustard. I'm like, bro, why are you screaming mustard in my phone, bro? Kendrick just dropped. Here we go. Called it,
but it was dropped to pretty much immediate critical acclaim. It set the internet ablaze. The mustard meme has been going insane ever since. On TikTok, Twitter, pretty much it's everywhere. You already got songs that have done tens of millions of streams within just, I think it's been not even a month.
Not even a month.
Yeah, not even a month. And this is the big icing on the cake. Sold 300K first week.
Matter of fact, it was I think it was like, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
About 3 weeks ago.
About 2 or 3?
Yeah, going on 3 weeks ago. Yeah. It sold 319K first week. Now, mind you, this is no promo. This is
out the blue.
This is completely out of the blue, unexpected. Just one Friday, this album managed to do 300,000. This is one of the biggest release. Matter of fact, I think this is the biggest release for a hip hop album this year. It's either that or Tyler Chromacopia. It's one of the two. Oh no! Actually, I lied, because I think M probably outsold. I think M probably outsold this. Maybe.
I'm not sure how many people was looking for Eminem like that. So
at this point,
we did a review on that too up on the channel. Yes, but I'm not sure how many people were really looking for Eminem, but people were looking for Kendrick.
100%.
Well, okay, maybe not looking, but they were
expecting.
They were expecting it. Thank you, bro. But I like M. He's just kind of like how we mentioned in the video. He's just kind of like, just there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's done his thing. I'm still gonna check for Eminem, because that's one of my favorite artists. But I'm not over here like sitting on anticipation for a new Eminem album day in and out. I was happy an album came out because I love him, but I wasn't looking for this the way I was looking for Kendrick's project, because I've been predicting, and I'll say it again, I've been predicting for months that his album was coming out. Every single day, I'll be like, hey, man, his album is coming out.
Yeah,
no evidence to support it. Oh, no, his album was coming out. Mark my words.
Right.
And sure enough, I was right, but I digress. Yeah, so it was the third highest streaming week in music so far. It's probably going to finish at this point.
Low key.
Third highest streaming music, or the third highest streaming numbers for any album release in 2024. At this point, you know, it's December, it's towards the end of the year, so I doubt anything is going to surpass it. So, I mean, that's a testament for him with no promo to do those kinds of numbers.
Right.
And mind you, he's doing all this without saying a word because, you know, his Twitter has now infamously become sort of like this moment, like capturing moments in time with the beef, because he tweeted out, I think it was Euphoria, maybe 616 in LA, Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. He tweeted that out when he dropped.
Right.
And then after that, the Super Bowl. And so he has been doing all of this without saying a word. He's just been dropping the music. He hasn't done no antics. He hasn't dropped an interview. He's literally just moving this freely in the industry, like to a point to where I don't even think we've even seen Kendrick in public.
Right.
Since.
Exactly. And my thing is though, looking at Kendrick on the GNX album cover, man, it's just, I think that's just how he's looking the whole time.
He just
drop.
That's what I'm saying, because I mean, realistically,
Drake dissing again, drop.
No, I've been waiting, drop. But yeah, no, we haven't really. Oh yeah, and also he dropped Watch the Party Die. He did drop that. I forgot about that, but that wasn't an official release. But I mean, that do count. But yeah, Kendrick has really been having his way this year without saying a word. It just is a testament to how you don't need antics and gimmicks to sell great music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like he's just been having a goated run, honestly. And then on top of that, what did he do? He announced the Grand National Tour in 2025 with none other than a very close friend and Top Dog former affiliate SZA.
My bad. I kind of spoiled it for you.
You good.
But when I heard that, I was like, gosh, Rodney called it again, man.
Yeah, because I had said that.
And they got my phone ringing again. I was like, oh, snap, here we go.
But it was funny because I did predict that there would. Well, actually, I can't even lie. I didn't really predict it, but I had a feeling it was happening before it was announced. Because they did announce that, it was reported rather, that Kendrick would be going on tour in 2025 after the Super Bowl, like a stadium tour. So that right there is all the proof you needed that there was an album, because you don't really go on tour for an album that's 6-7 years old. So it's like he definitely got some music for sure.
Right.
And so, you know, the tour doing crazy numbers already. She is selling out. We got our tickets, so hey, expect that video, that vlog. May 3rd, 2025. We will be in Charlotte for sure. But yeah, no, it's just a testament to how you don't need to just, you know, constantly pop in and out of social media and bait fans and lie and say, oh, I got music. And then next thing you know, you just vanish and disappear, which brings me to the other nigga that we talking about.
I was about to say, like, you sound like you got stuff on your chest, bro.
No, because as a Carti fan of 5 years going on 6, man, I'm so tired of this guy, because he always finds a way to do the most without doing anything to show for it. Because my thing with this, he just, you know, because starting off, because even excluding Whole Lotta Red, because we all know what a disaster that was and how long that took to come out. Scrap the album 2 or 3 times, record the whole thing and drop it, and record the whole album within a month of it coming out and then drop it. Thankfully, it was a great project, but that's neither here nor there. That been almost 4 years ago.
Okay. All right, sorry. Keep going.
Agree to disagree. But yeah,
okay.
So, rewinding in all the way back to December 2023 last year, Carti, you know, he on December 7th, matter of fact, and I remember this, he posted on his burner account the Opium account, which for whatever reason he's way more active on than his other one, his main account that has 12 million followers. But that's just him being weird. So he posts on his burner account this logo that said I Am Music, and it says prepare. The caption is prepare. So I'm like, okay, I ain't tripping. You know how the nigga go. He ain't about shit. But yeah, so sure enough though, the very next day, and I remember this because this is my mom's birthday, he drops Different Day. And I was like, and he dropped it on the burner account. And I was like, okay, he actually dropped the song? And on top of that, the song is fire. It's still my favorite song that he dropped since this whole thing started.
It's probably about the only song that he's dropped.
No. Give him credit. Not really, but he did something.
You want to count Timeless?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he dropped Different Day. Then he dropped 2024. I believe he dropped 2024 on December 15th. So about a week later. And again, that's another song a lot of people really, really enjoy. That was the first time he debuted the deep voice on one of his songs because it originally, he rolled it out with Fiend. That was the first time you ever heard the deep voice, of course. So after that, he just kept going. And this was when I was starting to be like, okay, he's moving a little bit different. So Backrooms came out January 1st this year with Trav.
Yep.
And mind you, every single time he's dropping, he's going viral. He's taking over Twitter. He's taking over YouTube. He's got the number one most listened to, or he's got the number one trending video on YouTube. He's number one trending on Twitter, but he doesn't stop there. January 15th, he dropped Evil Jordan. Another song I really like. Mind you, I love all these songs. I've had all these songs on repeat. And then March 12th, so he took some time off. He drops Ketamine. And like I said, all these songs display the new deep voice, the kind of more aggressive, kind of almost metal inspired sound that he's been working with. Out of all these songs, Different Day is my favorite. I was listening to it the other day. You know, it's nostalgic for me already, which is weird. But yeah, after that, Hood by Air is tough. Most fans seem to prefer Hood by Air.
Right.
That's actually the song that has become his intro song for whenever he performs at festivals that he's been doing for the last year or so. So all in all, crazy run. It was a really good time to be a Carti fan for once. He actually seemed like he was doing something. He wasn't just sitting around just playing 2K in his mansion. He seemed like he was actually focused and locked in.
On 5 TVs.
Yeah, so it was a really good time to be a fan. And then, you know, in the midst of this, he also had Carnival, which went number one. That's his first number one with Ye and Ty Dolla. So in the midst of this, these songs that are all trending, he drops a song that goes viral on TikTok, viral on Insta, and then he has a number one song with one of the biggest artists of all time in Ye. So, you know, it just seems like with this rollout, it just couldn't be any more perfect. It seems like he's just going crazy every single time he does anything. And then on top of this, he had dropped a song with Camila Cabello called I Love It. Now, that song is kind of divisive. A lot of people don't really seem to care too much for it. I personally do love that song. It did grow on me. Have you heard it?
Nah, I'm just
I was about to say, I'd be surprised. But yeah, no, I love it. I like that song. Some people don't, but, you know, on top of this, I think it was the same month, he had went viral again for Type Shit with Future, Metro, and Trav. So he's going crazy. Like, this is like one of the most exciting rollouts we've seen in hip hop in a while. It just seems like he just cannot miss.
And then what happened?
And then for whatever reason, disappeared. Disappeared after that song. I'm talking about we didn't see anything from him other than the odd performance for the last couple of months. He was just gone, just disappeared, just vanished, stopped posting on social media, ghost. And then he comes back around September and he's talking about, oh, well, it's time. He started dropping fit pics and things like that. So we're like, okay, what's he doing now? Is he really actually about to lock in? And then he drops a very highly anticipated song called All Red. All Red being a song that many people had heard previously. 2022, it was a leak. A lot of people really asked for it. Me personally, I was never the biggest fan of All Red. It's all right, but out of all the previews out of all the songs that he has previewed since All Red or that have been leaked, I prefer all of them songs because All Red, a lot of people when it came out, rightfully so, compared it to Future. It does sound like Future because it's kind of like you can tell he hadn't mastered the deep voice yet. So it sounds a little less deep than it would go on to be by the time of Fiend.
Yeah, that's what I noticed on Carnival and Fiend a little bit.
Yeah, like that's like the master deep voice right there. But this was kind of like before that. So, I mean, All Red, it dropped. And, I'm like, okay, he's actually dropping songs. And mind you, all those songs that he dropped were on either Insta or YouTube. They never saw an official streaming release. So that was a milestone to see that he actually dropped a song on streaming. You see how low the bar is set at this point? Yeah. He actually dropped a song on streaming. That's crazy. Any other fan base, we're not talking about no shit like that. We just, like, come on now. But yeah, All Red, it did its thing. It did what it needed to do. But that same night, because that was his birthday where he dropped it, he announced I Am Music, the album, officially on his main Insta. And so we're like, okay, yeah, this is huge. So the album is really about to drop. He got bundles, he got merch and everything. Until you look at the fine print on the website and you say bundles don't ship until April 2025. Nigga, what? You mean to tell me that we still some months away? Now, granted, that's a placeholder, right? That is a placeholder. But in the same breath, knowing him, I wouldn't be surprised if it really isn't until April. So at that point, I'm just kind of like, whatever, man. It is what it is. But then, hey, hold on, my fault.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
I got it.
This yours, bro. I'm cool.
But then Timeless dropped.
Great song.
With The Weeknd. Like, they previewed it in Sao Paulo because The Weeknd had brought Carti out for his show for Fiend. And then after that, they previewed Timeless. And this was a very anticipated song. Dropped in September as well, so the same month. And again, song went damn near number one. It was second. And then ever since then,
like, truth be told,
that's where my notes when I ain't did nothing since.
You put dots there.
He ain't did nothing since. He ain't did nothing since. Like, it's almost the end of the year. Now, the last theory I have, he had the audacity on Insta. He's talking about I Am Music will be played at Rolling Loud this Friday or Saturday. So he's claiming that he's performing the album. I wouldn't be surprised if he just plays a snippet and calls it a day.
True.
I don't expect an album release date. The last theory I have is that he's going to drop the album on December 25th on Christmas, like as the 4-year anniversary of Whole Lotta Red, because it came out on Christmas Day 2020. That's the only thing that I could really foresee at this point as far as this album coming out this year. But if it doesn't happen, to be honest with you, I really don't know at this point. I think that it's just kind of like one of them things. Even the other day, because he had performed at Camp Flog Tyler, the Creators Festival. And after, there was a video going viral with him in his car. He's asking paparazzi, y'all want me to drop the album this year or in January? And he's like, what? We've been wanting you to drop the album. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it's just like, what are you doing? Like, this is the difference between a competent rollout and an ignorant rollout.
Right. Nah, I've never been the biggest Playboi Carti. Let me be honest. I've never been a Playboi Carti fan. Personally, I think his music is I think his music is kind of shitty. Excuse my French, but I think his music is kind of bad in my honest opinion. Like, I don't like, it's just not for me. I don't see the appeal, but the way that Rodney always talks about his rollouts and everything, I was like, he ain't really that good to y'all, to be honest.
Nah,
I'm sorry, but it's like, I like some of his songs though, like the one with Lil Uzi, on Die Lit.
You talking about tripping, man. Well, go with my Tilly. What it do? Shooter.
Yeah. That was, I like that one. I like Timeless, and his feature on Fiend was pretty good, and Carnival. But that's kind of the only things that I'll give him. But as far as like rollouts is concerned, like, I'm just like, it is what it is.
Yeah, it really is what it is at this point. when it comes to him, it's like as a fan, you can't even really get hyped no more because it's just like more than likely he's gonna let folks down. I mean, he's been doing this. Actually, the funny thing is that the Thursday night before GNX came out, he did drop a song on his Insta, and he said that he was nowhere near done, and that was a little warm up, and he was gonna keep dropping because he promised new music that Friday, dropped Thursday. GNX came out. Never mind.
Because I equate it to
and that's the only correlation that these two rollouts really have is that they kind of ran into each other unnecessarily. So because he started his rollout a year ago.
I feel like Carti's rollouts are like equate to like he's like a farmer, right? He's like an old guy, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a bunch of like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there's a one. Okay, I'm sorry, bad analogy, but. It seems like all his fans are like outside his house waiting for him to say something. And
with pitchforks and torches at this point.
With pitchforks and torches, and then he pops his head out the window every now and then. Hey, y'all still there? All right.
And then go, that's exactly.
I don't know what I was trying to say with the farmer thing, bro.
That's exactly what he tries to. That's what
like
he do.
That's how his rollouts feels. He's like, yeah, all right. Here's a T-shirt. Bye.
He's always talking about the music that he has ready. I'm starting to feel like there isn't. I feel like the album exists in concept, but I don't feel like there's a physical album called I Am Music that's made and ready to
it's
release.
It's still in his head.
I really don't know if I believe this album.
It's a Green Lantern construct.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
it's all in his head. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get it though. Like even like I get it. Like personally with me. Like with Kendrick GNX when that showed out, I was like, oh man, this is dope. All right, back to FIFA. So
but yeah, the thing with it is like the kind of like for me, it's like as an artist, it's a reflection of how seriously you take the craft. Because I feel like he's just playing around for no reason. It's like. Why do this? Why not just lock in, drop the music, and then do what you need to do? Like this whole trying to be mysterious thing, that's what Kendrick doing, but Kendrick is doing it better.
But
Kendrick isn't moving stupid. Kendrick is just doing what he needs to do.
Truth be told, you could say that the whole Drake beef was his rollout. You know?
In a way, yeah. You could argue that.
Because, like I said, man, I was rooting for Kendrick that whole beef, man. When I heard Meet the Grams and everything, I was just like, dang, Drake, you want to bow out, bro? And then he's talking about the Hard Part 6. I'm like, yeah, bro, you lost. It's okay.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But it's just kind of like, it's just the difference between an artist that takes the craft serious and somebody who's just playing around. I don't know what the purpose is and what he's doing, but this is getting old. I'm tired of it. It makes no sense.
Right.
What are we doing? Like, you going on 30. Why are you doing this? What are you trolling for? Drop the album. You have the chance to be a superstar, and you sitting here just chilling.
Yeah.
But you do just enough to where you can pay bills, though.
Right.
Why not be a superstar? Like, if you got artists who have worked their whole lives to not get even close to where he is, and he's gotten all this way, and he's just like, nah.
I'll equate.
I finished this game of 2K. I ain't trying to go to the studio right now, man.
I'll put it like this: it seems like it's Juice WRLD quality with Blueface work ethic.
Yeah, and his team always talk about how dedicated because there was like a Summer Smash interview that he did because that's one of the festivals he performed at this past year, and they did like a sort of behind the scenes thing, and his manager was talking about how hard he works. Well, if he worked so hard, where's the fruits of his labor at? If he worked so hard, where are the results of that?
Right.
Because it just seems like you just do not give a damn. It's just like what work ethic? You just seem lazy at this point.
Yeah.
Just lazy. For what?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being mad. Like it's just if this was the same case with some of my favorite artists, yeah. I get it.
It is what it is. Stay tuned for whenever the album drops, coming in probably 2029 or something like that. But I guess we'll talk about it whenever it does drop. But I mean, honestly, I ain't got too much to say. I ain't said anything that I haven't already said a million times at this point. Drop the album and let's call it a day.
Yeah, I had a dog in this fight, so I'm just happy to be here.
For sure. But yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Big bet, man. Shoot, I've been Jay.
This been Rodney.
And we're LATD, y'all. Hey, we got more videos coming soon.
For
Maybe a story time. Like I got one story about like me at work one time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now we'll definitely tap back in soon.
I'll just put it like this: I made a mistake, but I didn't mean to make that mistake. You feel me?
Yeah, no, we'll tap back in with y'all for sure. Definitely new content coming soon.
Yes, sir. But I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
We're LATD. Remember, y'all, look at the details. Peace.